if y'all want to just say you accept the recording. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to dive right in. We're going to do things a little bit different and we are going to make it very powerful, short and sweet because I know it's Father's Day and I actually have my dad coming to pick me up shortly to go to our Father's Day. So, my family loves to plan all of the events at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, 11 is just it's a good time. So, I love that. Did my non-negotiables. I love it, you guys. I love it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to get started. I'm going to tweak a couple little things, you guys, and I'm going to explain why when I get there. But first and foremost, we are going to start off with our goals for this week. Okay, so I went back to the basics. This week, I put on my calendar, I want to do VIP 800, two promoters, two customers. If you think about it, our VIP period is set up into 14 days, right? So it's 14 days to get VIP 800, VIP 1600 to get those bonuses. So what I want to start, in which I know Lindsay always trains on this, is every 14 days is a new 14 days. Well, if you broke up that 14 days in those VIPs, what is it? VIP 800 1 week to push for. VIP 16 would then take you another 800 to push for the next week. So two customers, two promoters on pack, two customers, two promoters on pack. So personally, that's what I'm taking it back to. I'm taking it back to the basics with my goals. Now, if I hit that VIP 800, then I will just in this first week, maybe I knock it out quickly, then I'm just going to add another VIP 800. I am literally going to be training my mind around that is how I run my business. VIP 800, VIP 1600. Jason and Paul didn't put that into our compensation plan for no, like just because, right? It is a foundation to build your business. And you have to think about it, which Lindsay always points out too. If you are always in the mindset of running for your VIPs, whether there's a bonus attached or not, every time you enroll a new promoter, you are also running for those VIPs with them, right? You are in that mindset. You are training on that. You are talking on that. So I love that analogy, right? Of the VIP 800, VIP 1600. And going for that, I'm trying to, oh my gosh, that's so good, Brianna. I love it. First ever training for your girls. I love it. All right. All right. You guys, so many wins. I love seeing the wins for the week. This is awesome. Okay. I love it. I love it. All right. So go ahead and set up your goals right now. How many reels would you like to get out this week? How many lives would you like to get out this week? Maybe you're not doing the VIP 800 like how I kind of set mine up. Maybe you want to just get like certain amount of customers, certain amount of promoters. You want to do how many trial packs. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself for a couple minutes and we're going to go ahead and just write out our goals. If you are just coming in from the waiting room, we are right now writing out our goals for the week. So how many reels would we like to pop out? How many lives? How many promoters, customers? I wrote down, I'm running for VIP 800 this week. So two customers on auto ship, two promoters on pack, but to get to that 800 volume. So it might need a little bit more than that, but that's what I'm running for and having my mindset on. All right, guys. So if you don't have the rest of your goals written out, that's okay. We can come back to that. So you can always come back after. So next, we are going to go ahead and do our little social media audit ourselves. However, that audit may look to you. I want you to take a look at your social media and see, did you post every single day? Were you doing your IPAs, right? IPA is posting and all of that kind of stuff. So I want you to take a minute, look over your social medias. If this is new and you've never done a social media audit, just let me know in the chat. I'll explain a little bit more, but a lot of you guys are new with me. So I want you to look over your content. I want you to look at your grid, right? Like I always say, I look at my grid and I see, do my pictures kind of hit my brand? Or is it all just selfies of me, right? Like you guys, like I know, like you don't have to have this crazy, beautiful gram, right? But you also have to have things be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to the eye because that's what Instagram is. And you want people to look at your grid and be like, ooh, okay. So I take all my pictures in my home and I take all my pictures by myself. Nothing fancy there, right? Like it's just me. But I try to get things in there. Like I'm a book reader. So I love to read. I have like that. I have my dog. He's part of my fives. My weight loss journey. So I try to always have a before and after, a glow up, you guys. It could be a before and after of you before Thrive, you after Thrive. It doesn't have to always be weight loss. I have pictures of my home in there because home decor is really big for me. So is fashion. So I try to have like some cute outfits. Normally it's just biker shorts and all of that. But I want you to take a look at your grid and see, did you talk about the products? Did you talk about the opportunity? Do people know that they can thrive with you and that they can get in this car and take this vehicle that you have your hands on to hit their goals and their visions and so on. So go ahead and take a look over your content. The reason why I say what I said about the selfies, you guys, is Lindsay had to call me out on that. So maybe you need to look over your grid and call yourself out on it, not just have somebody else call you out on it. But I was always just here up. A lot of my photos were here up. And that was really it. And she was like, Christina, that's awesome, but you're not showing who you are. So you're following all of these people that are according to your brand. Maybe they're dog lovers, maybe they're home decor, maybe they're whatever. And people can't connect with you on those levels, right? They can't be like, ooh, okay, yeah, like I see like her home's really like, I love her home style. Like, cool. Like, I'm going to follow her, keep following her because she'll probably like drop some stuff about that, right? People get to know, like, and trust you for you, who you are. The products in the business are secondhand, you guys, right? Like we know that people will come and join you for the business and join you with the products. A lot of times once they get to know you. So what sets you apart from every other thriver out there? It's who you are. So you need to go be you on your social media. You need to go be you on your grid, not me, right? Like I have Christmas in Christina's cup. That's who I am. I've branded myself that way. It's even in my bio. People message me about mugs. People know me for mugs. That's me. Don't have that be you if that's not you, right? Like there's not going to be another Christmas in Christina's cup because I branded myself. Unless there's another Christina who decides to drink candy cane every day, all day, then maybe she could, but I might need to patent that or whatever you have to do for this. But anyways, you guys, be you. So take a couple minutes, look over what did you not talk about this week that you want to talk about? Write it down in your calendar, right? Write your fives. If your fives are not with you all the time when you're creating content, you need to do trainings on fives this week. And you need to really dig into your fives and you need to really figure out 5 reasons why you love these products, 5 reasons why you love this business, and 5 things about who you are, because that is how you create content. And that is what your network should be seeing. Okay. If anybody has any questions about that right now, go ahead and you can drop them in the chat and I will go ahead and answer them as best that I can. But right now you should have a pretty good idea of the things you want to talk about. For example, last week I went really hard talking about the business because I had lost my phone, all that was going on. I was able to, it took me like 2+ days to get my phone back. It was just a disaster. Every hiccup I could run into, I ran into. And the time freedom of what I get to do was something that was very big on my heart. So I wrote from in the moment. So I went really big on the promoter side of things. So this week, I'm going back to trying to put more in on the products. I dropped it before and after yesterday. So I'm going to talk more about the products and more about the business too, but I'm going to go back to my even flow that I like to do because realistically, I'm running for VIP 800, which is 2 promoters, 2 customers. So I want to make sure I have both of them in there. I also have where I want to get out trial packs this week. So in my planner, I have which days in my stories I'm going to be talking about trial packs and offering trial packs. So I get that descriptive, you guys. So every day in my stories, my products go up in some way, shape, or form, whether it's my wearable nutrition or I'm doing Christmas in Christina's cup. I try to have one or the other, if not both, in every single day. I have an opportunity story or I talk about the opportunity. I try to do that every single day, right? That's part of my IPA. So it's not, I pretty much do it every single day. Plus, I have my life that goes on throughout it, right? So Thrive are my commercials. The rest of the stories are my life. That's the reality show, right? So if you have a hard time being in your stories, I want you to put on there on your calendar somewhere that you want to do trainings on stories. Hasey has done some really good ones lately. There's so many, you guys, about how to be in your stories, creating content. If you want to start selling more trials packs and you feel like you're struggling with that, there's so many trainings on trial packs. I know that I want to sell more trial packs than I am selling. So this week I have to train on trial packs. So I'm going to go to the Hustling page. I'm going to search trial packs and I'm going to either watch a live or a Zoom that has to do with trial packs so that I can become better at that. So figure out where you would like to become stronger in your business. Maybe it's talking to customers, maybe it's talking to promoters, maybe it's closing things, maybe it's time management, maybe it's your fives, whatever it is, write it down and make that a priority to train on. Okay. If you need to, you guys, you can get even descriptive of what you want to put in your stories every single day. Some people like to have things so planned out so there is no thought that needs to go into it. And maybe that's you. Maybe you need that. I can only hold your hands so much through these planning Zooms, but you have to tailor them, your calendar and your week to you, right? So this is like a baseline. And then when we hop off of this is when you should either or later today, whenever you have time, finalize things and make it more who you are, that you're going to stick to the calendar part, right? But the social media audits are huge, you guys. You should be doing them every single week on yourself, looking over your content, looking over things, because guess what? A week can fly by and you think you talked about the business, you think you talked about the products, but that was 2 weeks ago. Like days fly by, you guys. Like, trust me, because I'll be like, I just talked about that. And I look and I'm like, nope, no, I didn't. Okay. Right. So being self-aware is really, really huge in this business. Do I have any questions from anybody about planning their content, stories, anything like that? All right. I also like to put in my personal life. You guys, uh I run this business and do this business for the time freedom so that I can do things like be with my family, go and do things, have appointments throughout the day, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, what allows me that time freedom is this business. So I tried to not make my excuse or my why my excuse as to why the business never gets done, right? So you need to set up priorities. If you don't have a work with me time, I suggest you do that. I have a set work with me time, which means I do my IPAs every single morning. I share this with people. You guys, I started this business so I didn't have to have an alarm clock, right? I started this business so that I could lay in bed for as long as I want. So I actually wake up, I do my personal development, I do my whole morning routine, and then I lay in bed, set my timer, clock into my business, and I do a full round of IPAs before I even get out of bed. So I normally post a little bit later in the day, but all of my interactions, all of that kind of stuff, adding to my network, growing my network, checking messages, all that kind of stuff is all done pretty much before I even get out of bed. Or if I'm getting out of bed, it's done by at least 10 a.m. as I have that that is my non-negotiable. So when we get to the work with me's and stuff like that, that we're going to kind of talk about, if you can't get onto every work with me, you should have an IPA set time. Maybe yours is 6 a.m. because you need to do it before work, before the kids, before everything. So you wake up, you do your morning routine, you do your personal development, you fill up your cup, and then you go and do everything. So that the rest of the day, you're just doing a focused IPA, hanging out in your stories, and then maybe you're posting and so on. I try to post at different times. I'm trying to find the best time for my network. So that's just personal. But knock out that round of IPAs, you guys. 5-minute timers, you can get a lot done. I think I counted one day. I don't remember when this was, but I kind of feel like I was like, okay, I'm going to try to count as I'm doing interactions to see how many I get done in 5 minutes. And it was quite a bit. I think I lost count because I got so distracted, but I was like, dang, I just talked to so many people. So 5 minutes of focused, intentional interactions can get things done. And you guys have the IPA list. Lynn's posts it every single day. If you're on Limitless and you struggle with IPAs, I want you to go into the first 14 days section in Limitless. It is a huge, she has a description of every IPA, what it is, why we do it, what it entails. I mean, the first 14 days, if you are struggling, maybe you're in it more than your 14 days, maybe you're in it a couple months, maybe you're in it a couple years. You guys, I still go back to the basics. All right. So this next section is where I'm going to change things up on you guys. I'm going to throw y'all for a loop who've been with me since day one. Okay. I normally read off to you guys all the work with me's for Limitless, all the huddles, and everything like that. Okay. I normally read everything off to you. And I notice and know that we're probably writing them down in our calendars, but they're actually not times that we're really going to go to. So it's in our calendar and it's probably going to get overlooked. So right now, I'm going to show you guys where to get the work with me's. I am going to share the huddles with you because those should be non-negotiables in your calendar. Obviously, if you have to work or something like that, there's always a replay, but the huddles, there's something about being on them live that are huge. After that, the work with me's, I'm going to show you where you can grab them. And I want you to decide which work with me's you're putting in your calendar. And next week when we hop on, I want to know that you committed to those work with me's and that you were on those work with me's. Right? So we're going to do that part a little bit different because there are so many to choose from. Limitless has a ton, you guys, you'll see that. But I don't want you just writing them down and not committing to them. So to me, when I put something in my planner, I'm committing to that, right? Like, even if, let's say I write something down and I maybe don't get it done on Monday, then I move it to Tuesday. But when I put something down or write it down, I'm committing to it. So I want you guys to have your calendars basically be your accountability buddy. So that when you write it down, you're committing to it. And yeah, maybe you don't hop on the work with me that you wrote down because something happened. Okay. But you start getting in that mindset. Okay. So huddles, 9 p.m. Linz's huddle. I think that's what they call them these days, huddles. 9 p.m. And that's on 979-180-2986. This is a non-negotiable for me. I am on there every Monday unless something happens. Tuesdays, there's a couple options you guys to choose from. MJ does an 8 p.m. and hers is 272-769-3682. Christina Brill does a 9 p.m. and that's 576-789-8888. And again, when I show you guys the calendar, you'll be able to get all these Zoom links. Wednesday, we have the 9 p.m. overall hustling. And that is 666-188-9698. And then there's also a Sunday huddle. I don't have that one right in front of me, so we'll grab it when I show you guys. So there's a Sunday huddle too. So there's a ton of huddles, you guys, right? You can pick from some huddles to jump onto. For me, Mondays, I'm on Limitless. Mondays, Lynn's non-negotiable, right? Wednesdays, hustling. You got MJ, you got Stina. Those are two 80K leaders that also let you into their teams. They bring fire, you guys. They have so much good stuff. And then Brittany is on Sunday. I believe hers is on Sunday. I thought that she brings fire as well, you guys. So there's so much for you to choose from. You figure out your non-negotiables. But being on those huddles are huge. So to get to the Zoom schedule, you're going to go into the team page. So I'm in Limitless. I'm going to go under announcements and I'm going to see all of June's schedule. You guys can't see that, but it's all of June's schedule. All the work with me's and all the huddles at the bottom. So we have huddles Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And we have work with me's every single day, Monday through Saturday. And on some days, we have 2 to 3 work with me's that you guys can hop on. So I want you guys to go through right now and pick out which work with me's work with your schedule, because you have your calendar in front of you. Your personal life should be in here. If you have doctor's appointments, kids, things, all of that. So you know which work with me's you're going to be able to hit up. And if you can't, then you know you have to set a work with me time for yourself that day and make it a non-negotiable with your IPAs. Let me know if you guys can't find the schedule, but I wanted to show you guys where it's at and teach y'all where it's at because there's so many other options too. And I want to make sure that you guys are utilizing all that we have our hands on. So all the Limitless ones are the 979-180-2986s. And then I know some others. I'm assuming some are Brittany's team. I'm trying to look at the Zoom IDs. Okay, cool. I thought Britain was Sundays. I feel like Sundays escape me because we're on this, and then I like always like unplug and go to bed early, I feel like, or something. So you guys, there's so many options. That's why I wanted to do this style and have you look at the calendar so you can pick what you can get to and what you are making non-negotiables in your calendar. And I get things happen, y'all. So please keep that in mind. I understand that too. So things happen. All right, y'all. So I am going to go ahead and wrap this up. Happy Father's Day to all of our father thrive dads out there, fur dads, all of that, dads, moms that are also dads too. Happy Father's Day to you guys as well. I hope that you guys all have a great rest of your day. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know. Go ahead and take the rest of this time to finish planning your calendar, right? I guide you through the steps of what you should be doing, how to negotiate or how to navigate through your week, through your times. If you have a 9 to 5, you need to be preparing, right? Hasey went into this last week. She prepares everything the night before for the next day. And I loved that. So if you have written down on your calendar that tomorrow you're going to talk about the products, tonight you can get your photo ready. You can get your caption ready. You can figure out even what you're going to put in your stories so that you know tomorrow, pop, 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 you're just going to slide that in. You know what to do, right? And I personally was doing that for a long time. And then I kind of fell off because this is all I do full time. So I'm able to just kind of do things in the day. But I was like, you know what? I love that at night, kind of sitting down with my calendar, seeing what's going on tomorrow, prepping and planning as much as I can, because then tomorrow I'm going to wake up with just so much less stress and it gives me more time to do the things I need to do. Maybe I need to create more content. Maybe I need to create more story slides. Maybe I need to create more photos, right? You guys, there's so many different things that you can be doing. And the more you get your time focused and figured out, I was saying this to Lindsay yesterday because when she was talking about screen time, I was like, my screen time is way, way high. Like, I was like, I need to work on my screen time. And she's like, it takes time. It takes, like, don't worry, we'll get there. But it also takes being very intentional in planning. So I am trying to be way more intentional, way more planning because I want to maximize every moment I am on my social media for my business, but I also don't want to have screen times that are extremely very high, right? That's not why we do this or what we do. So, and a lot of it is probably me doing stuff that doesn't even need to be done or isn't even beneficial. So I want to be very intentional with my time, and I'm sure you guys do too. So as we go through that journey and as I find more tips and tricks that are working for me, I will let you know. If you find any that work for you, always drop them in the chat so we can all learn from each other. But take the rest of the time to plan accordingly how you need to, what content you're going to do. Do you need photos? Do you have to check in with any customers? Do you have anybody in their VIP period? Do you need to schedule a one-on-one Zoom with your enroller? Do you need some help with things? What Zooms do you want to watch this week? Like what planning, what training, all that kind of stuff. You guys, this is the time to do all of that. And I can't tell you what your business needs. Only you know that. So take the next little bit of time or later today to sit back down with your calendar, get very intentional day per day. Also brain dump, you guys. I brain dump every single day what I want to do for my business and what I want to do for personal life. Like I have returns I need to do. If I need to go grocery shopping, if I want to clean, I write that down on my calendar and then I mark things off. Check, 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 check. Same with my business. I will put, I just washed my hair today. So tomorrow I need more photos. So I'm going to put create content. I lost all of my reels when I got my new phone. Joys of that. I had a bunch of batched reels, all gone. So I need to go and rebatch reels. So that's on my list of things to do this week. I also lost my preset. I lost a lot of stuff, you guys. I don't know what happened. Like I lost contacts. I lost a bunch of stuff. So I'm trying to get back my preset and all of that because I used it, just long story short, I used an email for my old work. So this is your guys's tip. Make sure all of your content or apps or anything like that, or to an email that you have access to, because they all now make you verify and have a code sent. Well, my code is being sent to an email at my old work. So my sister is going to try to get into my email to try to recover it for me, because I finally got my preset on point. But if not, I got a new preset and tried to get it as best as I could. So that's my little tip to you guys, just to make sure that you have everything kind of in place in case something ever happens. But I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for taking your time with me. I will see you. I might personally not see you next Sunday. I will be possibly out of town. So I'm going to either have a recording up for you or somebody else will be planning with you. So I don't know yet how that's going to roll out, but I will talk with you guys all soon.